Everybody, Dauntless here, and welcome to another episode of Space Quest Zero Replicated. I apologize for not having posted anything for a while. I managed to succeed and get accepted as a volunteer firefighter in the area, so I got all this training and stuff I'm starting to do now. So it's unfortunately taking up more of my time than usual, but I'm having a lot of fun with it. So I was extremely tired today. I'm just like, ugh. So I'm sitting at home today instead of doing what I would normally do, which is go over to the station and basically hang out there and do my studying and stuff, and then pick up basically calls whenever they come through. But anyway, where was I? Right. Okay, so there's a creature in the water. Oh, and I can't go this way, so I need to figure out how to get rid of the creature. Look at something else. Alright. The rock closest to the pond looks strangely out of place. Yeah, I know. As you softly console and pet the large boulder, you wonder, wouldn't it be nice to have a pet rock of your own? Yeah, I've heard of that. I wonder, I've always wondered about that. Like, is it legitimately somebody sitting there with a rock and it's a pet of some sort? Let's see. What's in my inventory? Opened meal, towel, lighter, mask, cartridge hanger. No. Well, at least at least it's direct and to the point. Okay, let's see. This is what is left of your Monolith Burger Nappy Meal. You reach inside and grab this super double extra cheesy cheeseburger and take a bite. When the numbing MSG effect wears off, you snag some fries and chew on those. The amount of grease in this food is enough to kill a Labian terror beast. You place the rest back in the meal box. Ah, apparently he was hungry. Oh. um. I hope he's okay. You slip on the mask and head for the murky depths below. Ah. Well, he's not there. His corpse isn't down here, so we'll just assume he's okay. The fish randomly dart about, feeding on various mosses and plants that line the pond floor. Alright. Ooh. You climb up the rocks and out of the tunnel. Oh. I'm not sure if I like that little thing there. Okay, what is this thing? Is it a remote? Remote is not in my vocabulary. You can't see that here. The area is littered with an assortment of large, smooth stones which nestle in the thick sand. You know, that's actually kind of like what I was mentioning before with like descriptions and stuff. If I was to say, look at stones, it would say the same thing. And, you know, it could have just said, it's a rock. But here you'll notice they said, the area is littered with an assortment of large, smooth stones which nestle in the thick sand. It's just a little flavor to kind of add some, add a little bit of a poetic feel to the description that they give. This area is much more rocky than the forest and even turns to... Okay, I've read that. What is this thing? Uh. ah, Dang. They used the word gadget in Space Quest 1. Why couldn't they just use it here? Oh, crap. I don't know what this thing is. Uh. Oh, man. I think remote would be the thing. Is it a communicator? Darn. I probably spelled that wrong anyway. um. There's a large hole in the ground. It opens into a small tunnel below the surface. What is it? Um. Uh. Like, what they could do maybe is add in a few extra keywords for that item. That way, you don't end up sitting here going, "Oh, I don't know what I'm looking at." Wait. Ah, there we go. You wipe the melted flesh from the radio and stick it in your pocket. What you talking about, Wilco? This shortwave communication radio receiver can be used to transmit voice data to another receiver if it is in range. Oh my. This area is covered in thick sand. It is bordered on the north and south by large boulders. A dense outcropping of brush seems to block the way to the east, so I have to get through here. You whisper into the radio. What the? Must be Harvey. Speak up, Harv! I can't make it out. Sounds like static. Should we investigate? Nah. Must be Harvey. There are two guards here, both armed to the trunks. Conversation is not a good idea. Wait, can I trick them into walking into the electrical fence? It's actually kind of an interesting little thing they did there where Roger goes into a crawling position and everything to get back in the water. Here, I'll get up here and maybe I can hide. Did you think this through? No comprende. Darn it. I do like that they have tab as the inventory now. Okay, blue cartridge hanger, buckazoids, lighter, radio, rope, mask, virus, disc, crowbar, and brandy. I still have the brandy. I thought I gave that. No, he took a swig or two and then immediately passed out. Wait. Nah. I gotta figure out how to get him to investigate it. Darn. Like, I'm. It's talking about the radio and how to, like, every time I put in radio, it's doing automatically the whisper thing. So, I'm probably gonna die if I walk out there, correct? But, you know, it was a good idea to check. What a fine demonstration of the latest in pulse ray technology. Unfortunately, you were the guinea pig. Yep. Oh my goodness, I just saw that if you're dead, it doesn't let you save. They actually didn't do that in some of the original Space Quest games, I believe. So you would die, and if you weren't thinking, I've actually done it before where I accidentally saved over my save game while my character is dead. So you restore, and obviously your character's already dead. And I think that was Space Quest 1 and 2. Yeah, it was 1 and 2 because Space Quest 3 had a dedicated death thing. Like, it had that screen that showed up with the little picture and all that. Oh, my allergies. So, basically, with this version, though, obviously you noticed there was nothing there. So you could accidentally go up and go, save. Oh. You could accidentally go up and do the save thing and save over top of your stuff while your character is dead. Okay. Darn. I knew it wouldn't be that easy. But you never know. You just. Well. The voltage becomes too much for you. Your heart stops and your brain ceases to function. That was a shocking experience. Ah, good old puns. Alright, let's see. Oh, excuse me. Maybe if I make some noise. What do I have? No, we're not letting you turn that radio on. Ah, crap, I am trying to figure out exactly what I'm going to be doing here. I guess I'm not sure. Like, I get that I think... Excuse me. I think what they want me to do is somehow trick the guards into walking into the fence. Which would be awesome, but... Yeah. Here we are, folks. Brilliant, exciting content as I sit here and try to figure this crap out. So I mentioned before how much I like the old not point and click, but the text parser interface, and I think while I love it, I do recognize that it has its drawbacks, and it is like this, where at times you can have stuff in your inventory you can have literally an area where there's only 1, 2, 3, 4, about 5 rooms. There's about 5 rooms. 1, 2, I think 2 of them are non-functional. They're basically just pathway rooms. So when you get in the, so I'll show you what I mean. So this right here is what I call a pathway room. At least that's my own terminology, because all you're doing is going from one spot to the other. There's nothing. Wait. Here the cave extends upward. A section of the cave, apparently too close to the surface, has caved in. The tunnel floor is littered with rocks. These rocks, unlike rocks found elsewhere in your travels, seem small enough to fit in your pocket. Oh my god. You take one of the rocks from the cave in. Oh my goodness. I was just going to say that I call it a pathway room mostly because there's literally nothing you do there. It's not like a major storyline thing. It's just to add, kind of a like an extra room to show distance, like you've traveled from here to here to here, to make sure that the world feels complete and you're not just jumping between, from one, basically from one location to the next where there's a puzzle. Now, that room down there technically wasn't because it has rocks in it that I could take, but the one where you had the creature originally and it was blocking the tunnel, that's kind of the thing I'm referring to. There's nothing really usable or anything you need there. It's just there to make sure that it has the, don't want to say flow of travel kind of feels right, if that makes any sense. Alright, let's see. You hurl the rock. It lands in some brushes a few yards away. What was that, Carl? I don't know. Well, go look. It's your turn, Bill. I looked last time. No, you didn't. I've got seniority. Ah, jeez, wait here. You whisper into the radio. Carl, is that you? Speak up, Carl. Blasted radios. Hang on, Carl, I'm coming. Oh wow, look at this. It's pink. It's really pink. There's like something on my keyboard there. Alright. This room is essentially a pathway around a large chasm. There is a sliding door to the east and a large open doorway to the northeast. There is a locked door to the northwest. The screens here merely show readout from various systems in the compound. If you could decipher them, they might be interesting. You have no idea what they mean, so they aren't. No doubt those guards have returned. It's probably best to stay inside. This door is locked. Ouch! Oh, right. Hey. The barrier and cone in front of the doorway are much too large to carry or move around. Hey, this guy shoved an entire ladder down his pocket once. He can fit a traffic cone. Besides, everybody knows it's not a good party until you come out of it with a traffic cone. Whoa. This room seems to be the storehouse for the cloning canisters. There are a few on the wall, but thousands of them are secured to the walls. There are a few on the floor, but thousands of them are secured on the walls. A computer terminal is situated along the back wall. Each canister contains a single clone, held in stasis by a thick goo. It's Jello. It is difficult to make out any facial details. Like, remember Space Quest 3? I think they had a Jello gun and it froze your character. The screen here merely show readouts. The screens here merely show readouts from various systems in the compound. If you could decipher them, they might be interesting, but you have no idea what they mean, so they aren't. Oh! Oh, that startled me! There just had to be at least one spot in the game where you died without warning. Did you save? Oh! I should have waited until he was gone. There had to be one spot where you died without warning. Did you save? Yes. I saved. Um. Mm. Ah, that startled me. That was like, what the hell? Is there a slot on that console? Hang on. Darn. I thought it was, but... Oh! The cartridge in the slot is titled Intergalactic Warfare for Dummies. The screen shows that clone training has not yet begun. Oh, there's a cartridge in the center. Well, why didn't it... Yeah, Okay, I tried looking at that thing, and obviously, as you saw, it doesn't even mention there's a cartridge there. I just noticed that on the other computer there was a slot, and I remembered that I kind of remember from when I played this in the past how you do this. You take the red cartridge entitled Galactic Warfare for Dummies. Oh my goodness, guys. Oh! You place the blue cartridge entitled Insurance Sales Techniques into the slot. The system comes alive, frantically trying to recalibrate to the new information. Someone's bound to notice. You think you hear footsteps. Oh, this thing again? Oh, that... is... Okay, I wasn't sure where that was coming from. Upon entering the room, you encounter a slightly surprised guard. Unfortunately, all you see is his muzzle flash as millions of tiny pieces of you are scattered about the room via a sudden, energetic implosion. That was excruciating. Okay, so I wonder how else to do this. I have the crowbar still. I could like hit him in the back of the head. Crap! I just realized what I think I'm supposed to do here. At least I hope so. I think what I'm going to do is he's going to go into the room, and I'm going to zip around and try and get in the door before he gets back. Let's see if it works. Darn! Well, let's see what happens if I basically just sit here and see what happens like when he walks out, how he'll do that. Maybe he'll leave the door open or something. Yep. Sometimes, yeah, patience is the best policy. This room is smaller. Oh, guys. This room is smaller than the others. There's a large computer terminal along. Wow, what happened to the spelling? Like, it was pretty okay before, but all of a sudden it's just like. It's like awful. Along the west wall and a window. Through the window, you can see the mountainside. A winding, dangerous path hugs the rocky crevices. Virtual guard dog level 1 will haul. Drive A security systems disk. You take the security disk from the drive. You put the virus disk in the drive. Oh, yeah. It looks like the Matrix over there on the screens. See that? Oh, this looks awful. This looks like a really bad puzzle. This rope is strong enough to support your weight, but there is nothing for it to catch. Maybe if you could attach something to the rope first. Oh. You tie the rope to the broken coat hanger. Wow, you've crafted a makeshift grappling hook. Get closer to what? Suicide is not an option. Okay. Okay. Nice. I wonder what the chances are that I'll die if I stand on something wrong. Oh, hey, cool. This seems to be an abandoned power room for the compound. An old unused generator sits here, and an open cabling shaft is along the back wall. A curious stone statue sits in the southwest corner of the room. The dusty inscription reads, 78, Universal Lamp Sword Champ College League Final Tour. Oh, I remember this. Okay, what did they call it again? Cabling shaft. The cables in the shaft look heavy-duty enough to support your weight. No comprende. Alright, that's all the time I have for this episode. I'm pretty sure I'm near the end, but I'm going to stop here and then finish all this up in the next episode. So thank you everybody for dropping by. Thank you for your patience. I always appreciate it. And obviously I always appreciate people who check out my videos and take the time to look at it. Thank you very much. I will try and get, when I finish this game, I'm not sure, I might end up slowing down a bit on videos, even though I technically I've already done that, but it is going to be a little more time between videos. I do want to keep doing them, just because I really do like it. But again, with responsibilities and stuff like that, it's going to be a little slower. But I'll keep trying to post new stuff. Thanks again, as I mentioned before. Always appreciate it, and as always, I hope you have a great rest of your day.